Hi, I'm Dreamy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a split stretching following along routine. So start with bending and straightening your legs, keeping your hands or fingers on the ground as much as you can, as long as your back is straight. You don't have to bend as far as me. When you don't have to straighten as far as me, just do as much as you can. Now get up on your toes and down, up and down, lift and lower. Look down on the mat. You can also hold on to a wall or a chair or something if you can't reach the ground. We're just doing some warm-up strengthening exercises now. Now get into a downward facing dog and do the same thing. Lift up and down, up and down, keeping your back straight. Now lift one leg up a few times, up and down, and try to hold it a bit at the top. Go as far as you can, but don't push it because it's still a warm-up. Just warm up the back of your leg and your glutes. And now the other leg. Keep your legs as straight as you can. It's okay if they're bent, but you are getting more out of it if you keep them straight. Also point your toes. Good. And then now you can get into this position and stretch your hamstrings. Do sort of tiny push-ups if you can. If you can't even reach the floor, which is normal, then just hold the position. I guess it's called a triangle pose, maybe. And now get into a lunge and up. Stretch out your hamstring on the up and your hip flexor when you're down. So I'm flexing my foot in the hamstring stretch. And now try to hold yourself in this lunge position. You can have your arms up and even arch your back a bit. Just lower your hips as far as you can without arching your lower back. So the part of your back that you arch, if you do, is the upper back. And now just hold the position down, and you can get on your elbows if you want, and lift and lower your knee a few times. You can do this on your hands as well. I just like going as deep as possible to increase my range, but if you can't do it on your elbows, then do it on your hands because it's better for your level. And now hold the position. Look down into the mat. Good. Breathe deeply. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So starting with the triangle pose and the little push-ups. Just tiny little push-ups. You can also just pull yourself down using your leg, but it's totally up to you. And now going to the lunge and up, lunge and up. So in each pose, go as deep as you can. Good. Now hold the lunge position. So as you can see, I'm not sinking into my hips. You should try to get them as low as possible, but not sink them, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, now get down on your elbows or hands and lift your knee up and down. Up and down. Really squeeze your quads on the up. Don't stay down too long. And if your knee hurts, then just back off a bit. And now hold. Breathe deeply. Push your hips down. Okay, good. And now we're going to get into a pigeon pose. And first we're just gonna hold here. And now just sink into the pose as deep as you can. Just relax into it. And I know you may not be able to go this far, but stay at the level where you can relax. And the other side. First, stay up. When I say the level where you can relax, I know you may not necessarily be relaxing in this pose at all if you're not used to it. And now rest it down. But just make sure it doesn't hurt your knee or something. So don't push yourself too far. But still push yourself. Good. Now we're going to get into the splits. So first just move back and forth between a hamstring stretch and a lunge, just for a last little warm-up. and then slide as deep into a split as you can. I'm just fixing my socks a bit. When I say as deep as you can, I don't mean like push yourself down, just as deep as you can while relaxing. So I used to try to push myself down a bit, but I found that I get deeper if I relax. Even if I'm not as deep first, after a while you just get into it. Believe it or not, I'm not naturally flexible, so I know the struggle. And now go to the other side. Just do the back and forth movement first. Good. And now slide down. So this is my bad leg, so I'm not all the way down as you can see, but I'm not trying to push myself, I'm just trying to relax into it. But I'm not even holding myself up with my hands, I'm just sinking into it, as you can see. I only have my fingertips loosely on the ground for just in case, for some balance, in case I fall out of it. It's good to practice balance too, but sometimes it distracts you from the split stretch. So it's good to hold on to something if you struggle with that. You don't want to hurt yourself. Now, if you can, slide into an over split on the first side, or just into a regular split again. And just sit here and relax. Okay, you can try to arch your back a bit, or stretch your body forward. You keep your hands on the opposite thigh to square your hips. If you have trouble with that, or just need to check yourself. And now I'm gonna try to do an oversplit with my bad leg, even though I couldn't slide all the way down. You can do that too, just for a change. It might help get down into the actual split later on. I feel like I'm actually a bit lower this time, maybe. If you can balance, then put your hands on the opposite leg to square your hips. Only if you can balance, and if it feels safe. Okay, good. Now we're finished. I hope you enjoyed this routine. Now we're just gonna relax a bit, roll your shoulders, just loosening up any tension. Move your head from side to side. It's easy to get a lot of tension when you stretch like this. And roll your head to the other side. So if you like this routine, please give me a like, and goodbye.